Tallinn, Estonia cruise port had what looked like a great tool for a port of call, the Tallinn Card app. But was it worth the cost? In this video, we'll give you the port basics overview you expect and then put that card to the test. Would we use it again? The answer is surprisingly complicated. I'm Troy, and this is the Port Lowdown. Tallinn is the capital of Estonia, situated in the northeastern corner of Europe along the shores of the Baltic Sea. It sits on the southern coast of the Gulf of Finland, directly across from Helsinki. It's an interesting mix of rich Nordic Baltic landscape and complex history, with its high-tech Silicon Valley of Europe economy. Skype was born here, and the city's main attraction, the Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a 15 to 20 minute walk away. And while there are some out-of-town attractions the cruise line promotes, such as Lahima National Park or Rakvere Castle Ruins, with its 14th century medieval theme park vibe, most stay right in town, where there's a plethora of museums and cultural sites to take in. Tallinn leans heavy on that attraction density to promote the Tallinn Card. You get unlimited rides on public transport and free admission to some 50 museums in the city and just beyond. So while still on the ship, we downloaded the app, paid for a day pass at a discount €43, usually 45, and put it through its paces. But first, let's get port-oriented. We docked at the main port of Tallinn, right at the city's doorstep. It's built for high capacity, able to take 4 megaships at once. Now stepping off, the cruise line was offering shuttles to Old Town, for those who can't or won't make the 20 to 25 minute walk. The tour buses meet just outside the massive terminal building. The facility is covered, modern, and big. Completed in 2021, it's a stunning glass and wood building that uses solar and marine energy. You'll find your tourist info, slick bathrooms, and water stations, of course, and huge second-story promenade. It had the impression of a big convention space, which wasn't lost on the craft and souvenir sellers setting up tables here. There's also a few dedicated stores here too, just outside. Now all of this is quite lovely, but it will take about 10 minutes of hoofing to get to the exit. Near the exit gate are more bathrooms, which is quite thoughtful. Now just outside the gate will be the taxis and ho-ho bus meeting points. Now it's advised to avoid the traditional taxis here. They're unregulated and known for exaggerated pricing. For rides, the default isn't Uber, but Estonia's own ride-sharing app, Bolt. They operate just like Uber. Expect to pay around €6 for a ride to the Old Town gates. Outside pedestrian areas are also lovely, with gardens, picnic tables, a tourist info hut, well stocked with info and brochures. And further down the sidewalk and to the right is an independent tour meeting area. Flat, easy, it just takes some time. But with lovely weather, a perfectly enjoyable stroll. It's designed that way. Now we went with another option, and it's a great hack for everybody. The recent Vanasadam tram line is just a short walk from the ho-ho and taxi area. Costs a flat €2, contactless pay, and takes you straight to the city's center. Just be sure you're going in the right direction. Each tram stop goes in one direction. For Old Town, you want the number 2 line heading for Kopli, getting off at these stops. For us, we had different plans and headed in the other direction. So as you can see on this platform map, it's heading for Paala. Why? Because we had a different goal that morning, the Tallinn TV Tower just out of town, which had, so we heard, an amazing view of the whole region. It did involve some work. We had to hop off 2 stops away to get to the underground Viru Kekus terminal for our bus connection, with a convenience store and local hot dogs. Transfer to the bus 34 to Teletorm. Trams and buses are modern, comfy, and not too crowded, mainly locals. As you can see, the whole system is small enough to be manageable. 5 tram lines and numerous bus connections. And cheap. The only real issue is time. While the system runs on a reliable schedule, these are not express lines, so one needs to account for transfer waits and numerous stops. Our journey to the tower took about 45 minutes. Transfer time took the longest. A Bolt ride would have taken a fraction of that. Time-wise, public transit loses over wheels, but the tower is included in the Tallinn Card, usually a €17 adult entry fee. The TV tower is monumental, over 1,000 feet from the base to the very tip. Inside is a terrific display, with English detailing the history with this amazing stained glass hall featuring Dolores Hoffman's "Television is a Window to the World." There are 2 elevators going up to the observation floor. Just know you might have competition. A high-speed elevator takes you up to the 21st observation floor for a, shall we say, spectacular view spanning the Gulf of Finland coastline all the way to the dense eastern forests. And a lot of displays, too. Great and spacey restrooms. Climb 1 floor up for not just a cafe and restaurant, but an open-air walkway. It's just not for the height sensitive. And some tours offer this over-the-edge experience for the adrenaline rush. Me, I'm happy with the beautiful observation floor and railing. Back down, the locals put the tower to great use as an educational and recreational center. These artworks must have been a class project. I'd say these kids get A+ for creativity. Snacks and a small play area outside.
They have that.
They have a little zip line.
A little zip line.
We took the bus and tram back to Old Town, and it was the same deal as far as time, about 45 minutes. So let's round up the tower commute time, accounting for transfer waits, to about 2 hours, and €21 so far used on the card. The rest of our time was spent in Old Town, museum hopping, which we love to do. Here, the card provided a feast of attractions to use in Old Town, almost too much. Fat Margaret Maritime Museum, St. Nicholas Church, Estonian History Museum, Great Guild Hall, very popular, and St. Olaf's Church Tower. I mean, when you look at the map, it's so crammed with stuff, it's hard to get a handle on it all. So in cases just like this, we created our Google Map pinned and curated doc, where you can plug in walking directions from an extensive list of attractions we didn't nearly have enough time to cover in the video, but dug out from our research. This is added to our Essential Port Guides, a PDF cheat sheet of essential port info, like bathrooms, ATM, and sidewalk conditions, on our specially designed color-coded map. Check it out from the link in our description or from our store at portlowdown.com. Now, an important word about the Old Town. The entire area is a World Heritage Site and one of the best preserved medieval towns in Europe. But be careful with the sidewalks and roads. They are uneven, dense cobblestones, part of its ancient drainage system, and can be challenging for folks with mobility issues. I mean, it's mainly flat, but a lot of the roads kind of slope up and down. It's really old. So take your time here and watch your footing. Oh yeah, and watch for the kamikaze seagulls. It's their world, we just live in it. This aspect, plus the plethora of things to do, make this an all-day affair for most folks. Now, setting out for our museum choices, we realize the value of the card if you're doing at least 3 to 4 sites. Unlike the transit system, museums are not cheap. Let's break down our 3 choices. The Fat Margaret Maritime Museum at €16 per person, the Estonian Health Museum at €12 per person, and the KGB Prison Cells at €10 per person. While not all attractions are on the card, most notably the Hotel Viru and KGB Museum, many of the main attractions are. Our experience of the museums was surprising. We expected small, which they were, but also modern, interactive, and updated. The Fat Margaret Maritime Museum is a 16th century defensive cannon tower converted to a high-tech museum of maritime technology. Inside is a wonder of engineering, a barrier-free elevator cut through the core of the tower. The exhibits are an interactive deep dive into centuries of shipbuilding, so if you seriously geek out on sail ships, this is your place. Don't forget to take the elevator to the top with a rooftop cafe and 360-degree views to die for.
And here's a cool thing about Fat Margaret. She's very welcoming. If you're tired or you need to go pee, you know what? Just come into the Fat Margaret. Even without going to the lobby, you have a bathroom and you even have places to sit here.
This takes about an hour. Longer if you're serious about boats. Now, the Estonian Health Museum was another interactive, but smaller venue built into one of the many 600-year-old buildings. And because it's in a converted historical building, there are no elevators to the upper galleries, although special assistance is available for going up the stairs. And most of the displays are on the second floor. Here, it's an interactive playground. Their signature exhibit, Openly About Your Body, uses anatomical specimens, which could make some queasy, and touchscreen stations to explore anatomy, wellness, and aging. It's pretty fun. Good for about an hour max. Last, the KGB Prison Cells just down the street. This 1912 upscale apartment building was commandeered by the secret police during the Soviet occupation as its operational headquarters. The basement was converted into an isolated jail block where dissidents, intellectuals, and resistance movement members were interrogated and psychologically broken before execution or deportation to the gulags. This space is kept in its raw, authentic state, with displays and videos, with English. It's also tight, cramped quarters with no air circulation. The humidity was especially jarring. It's kept in its raw state for a reason, an important site of defiance and survival. But it's not for everybody, especially if you have mobility concerns or is sensitive to disturbing subject matter. Since it's small, half an hour is a typical visit time, although reading the exhibits could take about another half hour. Plus, there's a lot of interest in this site, so crowding is common in these confines. Our final tally for the Tallinn Card between the tram and bus rides and the 4 attractions was €62 per person against a €43 cost. €19 savings. Not bad. Would we use it again? Well, it depends. The savings was marginal when applied to public transport. Just on your own, the buses and trams are pretty cheap and easy to use. But some destinations, like the TV Tower, would have been better served with a bolt ride, which, between the 3 of us, would have only been slightly more expensive and gotten us there a lot sooner. The time savings would have been worth the extra few euros. Public transport is not the reason you get this card. It's just a small added perk. The big savings come with the museums, but you'll need to list what you want to hit and price compare, needing at least 3 to break even on average. There's also that use it or lose it pressure to think about. If you only intend to visit about 2 museums, then wander the streets, which by the way is really cool, especially further away from the main tourist drags, then skip. Soaking in the history of the town, much of it on display right from the sidewalk, can satisfy casual visitors while getting a great atmospheric history fix. We got great mileage doing that too, as well as discovering a great food option. You thought we'd skip food? Not on your life.
In case you're wondering if you could eat cheap in Tallinn, yes you can. Look at this. We ordered all the strudels they got. 9 different strudels. It's about €45. So you're looking about, €5 each. I'm pretty sure that, 2 per person is more than enough to make it full. We also ordered a little bit drinks. This is homemade lemonade, which is, they mix it with rhubarb, as you could see here. And this is organic gooseberry. So these are all the dessert. I want to try this because it is poppy seeds. Hands down, this is my favorite. A little bit nuts, right? That crunchiness. It's like healthier version of chocolate.
Overall, we had a fabulous and enriching time here in Tallinn. And the Old Town begs deeper exploration, which we'll probably get into on our next trip. If you got good value from this video, you know what to do. Hit us up with a like and share with your shipmates. We mentioned our port guides, but we also offer 50% off these for our channel members. Check out our different levels and benefits by clicking the join button below the video. And keep those comments and questions coming. We check them often and really enjoy connecting with our growing independent cruiser community. Happy travels everybody, and see you on the next cruise.